Hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk about Paul Warner Powell. As you may have guessed, he is one of the sickos I cover on my channel. But unlike a lot of the sickos, he liked to rape and murder women. Unlike a lot of the sickos, he was rather stupid. In fact, he did some remarkably stupid things that earned him a honorable mention on the Darwin Awards. But before we get into his supreme failure of common sense, we will discuss his crimes and him. At the time of the murder in 1999, he was a self-admitted white supremacist and racist. He liked this girl who was 16 years old, but acknowledged she was underage and could go to jail for that or something. And anyway, he still liked to socialize with her, and he found out she had a black boyfriend. This girl's name was Stacy, and Stacy was white, by the way. Paul Powell didn't like that. He didn't like that at all. It made him really angry. And what happened is they continued to socialize. He was, I guess, basically friend-zoned until one day he came on to her. Apparently, she decided, oh, she is worth the jail time. Anyway, she said no, and do you think he cared? That's right, he didn't. He then grabbed her, she scratched him, pushed him away, and then he ended up raping her and stabbing her. And oh yeah, he also drank after the murder, after raping her and stabbing her to death, he went into her kitchen, her family's kitchen, and got a hold of a glass of iced tea, drank it, and smoked a cigarette, and waited for her little brother, well, not her little brother, her little sister, to come home. And when she did, he grabbed her and forced her into the basement, where he raped her, cut her throat, cut her wrists, and made a few other cuts on her, and left her for dead. Luckily, no artery was cut, and she managed to survive the attack. Her stepfather found both her and her sister's corpse when he came home, and she was able to identify him, Paul Powell. Now, I don't know if I remember correctly, but I do remember hearing something about him wanting to kill this other guy or something. Anyway, he gets arrested and charged with capital murder. However, the case was declared a mistrial, I think, and or something like that. And the Supreme Court of Virginia ruled there was not enough evidence to try him for capital murder. See, they only knew that the police only could prove at the time that he murdered Stacy and raped her little sister, Chrissy. However, they could not attempted to murder Chrissy, but they could not prove that he raped and murdered Stacy. However, he wrote a few letters to the prosecutor in Clark County, I think it was, Paul Ebert. It was abusive, profanity-laced, and taunting letter. And, however, he did not have the last laugh, as it seems. He overlooked a catch, because it was declared, the Supreme Court declared that there was not enough evidence to sentence him to death. However, they said that they could try him again. again for capital murder if new evidence surfaced. So in legal terms, double jeopardy didn't apply here. In the eyes of the law, the first conviction never happened. So therefore, he was put on trial again for capital murder again, convicted, and sentenced to death in 2003. And after about 7 years of appeals, the state of Virginia finally executed him. He wrote, by the way, he didn't just write a letter to the district attorney. He wrote abusive letters to her family members and wrote a letter to his girlfriend and his friend talking about how he should, threaten Chrissy and all that crap. Anyway, what ended up happening because of what ended up happening is that, Stacy's younger sister, she was against the death penalty before Powell killed her and killed her sister and tried to kill her. But now she's pro-death penalty, not surprisingly. However, despite his evil and phenomenal amount of stupidity, we can at least give Paul Powell this. He just walked to the electric chair, showed no emotion, and died like a man, compared to Ted Bundy, who died like a bitch. Died like a bitch. So did Kenneth McDuff. And, anyway, Paul Powell was an evil dumbass who died like a man. However, since this case, it's just really unbelievable. I will be doing another video reading out his letters aloud for you in the future, very soon, probably today. Be on the lookout for it. Anyway, I hope you liked my video. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you can, leave a donation. It's for a good cause. Till next time.